Hello, hello, my wild, whimsical, and wonderful friends here. It is Eden here at Ever Eden Tarot, and today we are going to explore urgent messages. I've just been channeling and channeling and channeling so much lately that I just have to come through for you guys with some urgent messages from Spirit. I've already shot the videos. They are juicy, they are clear. There is lots and lots of information. So I'm excited for you to dive into it. I'm sorry I've had a little bit of a hiatus. My energy was a little off, and I just want to put the best work out there for you. But I am back. I am ready. I am zoned in. And here we are with some urgent messages from Spirit. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of those great things you do that I just really appreciate as we try to grow this channel so we can keep on keeping on and keep on these readings flowing to everybody so we can keep this positive energy in the collective in this weird little tarot world of vibing. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of late here when I am shooting this. This will probably be up tomorrow morning, just because it is getting pretty late. But you're listening to me now, and I don't know where you are or when it is. It's probably anyway. This is pile one. This is pile two, and this is pile three. And you know what to do. Meditate on the piles. Take a minute. Maybe it's the crystal that draws you in. Maybe it's the number. Maybe it's the card. Not sure. Whatever you do, and you do you, and you do it best. All right. In the description below, you will find the numbers. The timestamps. Go down, check out the timestamp, click the one for your pile, and I will meet you at your reading. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you there. Bye. Right. Hello, everybody who chose pile one. This will be the stone and this lovely set of cards. Today, we are diving straight into urgent messages, kind of what you need to hear most from your spirit guides. I've got a lot of channeling, a lot of downloads happening right now. So we'll dive right in and see what they have to say. This would be from your guides speaking to you to let you know urgent messages that'll help you right now. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you found it, it was meant to be. Okay, so our first card is transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Okay, so I get that a lot of you are going through a time of transformation right now, a time of healing. There's probably some insecurity about that, though, is what I'm getting. Like, you're a little bit insecure about the process, maybe, if you're doing things correctly. I think a lot of you are changing mindsets, is what Spirit's saying. It's coming through that you're changing the way you see situations, the way you react to things, perhaps the way you react to love situations or anything like that. You're really trying to control your emotions and your emotional response and how you actually cope and deal. That's what this deep change is about. And if you have any insecurities about it, this card right here just says it. You're doing it already. So the process in which you need to create change in your life, deep inside you, no one else can tell you how that is supposed to go. So you are doing it already. It's stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So understand that this situation and everything that you are working on in and for yourself, you know best. There might be a lot of like external ideas and people trying to tell you what to do or trying to tell you how to cope or how to change or how to deal with your emotions or this or that. But you are the only person who can feel your emotions. You are the only person who can feel your response. So you need to kind of stand alone right now and keep doing what you are doing. Keep putting in the work, no matter other people's opinions on that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Exactly. So you are on a path to happiness, a path to fulfillment in this transformation moment right now. And Spirit wants you to know, like, you are going in the right direction. You are divinely guided. You are listening to yourself, to your intuitive path, and like almost like pursuing forward in this work that you're doing for yourself. All right, what else do we have here? Let's get it all out and we'll keep going. Self esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. With this self esteem card coming up here, I'm getting perhaps a lot of you may have been in toxic relationships or had some really karmic relationships or different scenarios in your life that have made you look at relationships in a different way. And you're working on that self healing, you're working on that independent healing on your own so that you can put the troubles of your past to sleep that have made you question your self-esteem, that made you question your worth, that made you question, your value to a relationship. And you just need to go and seek these answers on your own to find your value, stand in your power so that you can express your value. And that's, somebody sees your value. You don't always have to prove it. You feel like you're always going through life trying to prove your value, especially to romantic partners, I'm getting, especially to significant others. There's the work that you're doing right now is to make a transformation in how you see yourself, and that'll indirectly get other people to see you the way you want them to see you. And that's okay. Like the right person anyway, will see you and value you. You just need like kind of this independence is what I'm getting. All right, so indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Yeah, okay. I'm getting that a lot of you have come to a crossroads in this too. I think a breaking point, almost like a boiling point, where you're just like, I can't put up with this anymore. I can't take this anymore. I've been through the ringer, and people do this to me, and people do that to me, and I'm kind and giving and loyal and loving, and you know just putting out the best energy and the best effort forward, and you keep getting this toxic energy back. So you've been up in the air about how to deal with this, and you have finally taken, yeah, Spirit's so proud of you. You've finally taken the right steps in the right direction to make that self change, to bring that forward to the world, to make that next step in your life so that you can heal yourself from a cellular level, deep healing from the inside out. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have the Virgin. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of you, if you have been dating, you aren't dating right now. You're taking a break, you're taking time. Or if you are in a relationship, you're really just taking a step back to reflect on, how you're treated and everything like that as well. This says maintaining symbolic purity of the heart and spirit. I'm getting that you just are refreshing how you see love, refreshing your spirit, perhaps refreshing how you see even the more intimate aspects of a partnerships and relationships and things like that as well. Spirit wants you to know that that is very valuable at this time to kind of, what kind of weight do you put on those elements of your relationships? What is the priority? How do you prioritize those things? Where do you see your value? And does physical connection actually hurt you a bit? Do you get insecure over physical connection, or is it emotional connection? And just weighing these different options up and down to see where the actual block is for your internal healing. All right, what else do we have? The slave, yeah. So a lot of you were in tumultuous relationships perhaps in the past. May not have been recent. It could have been even family relationships or other relationships in the past, but there's a lot of that in which you carry with you. This card says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So instead of surrendering your power to other people, in situations or in relationships or in work scenarios or different things like that, and leaving your fate up to them, your guides want you to surrender to the actual power of the divine, to your inner spirit, to your inner sense of knowing, and sit with the things that you need to sit with and find the answers in and with of yourself by surrendering, by actually letting go, by taking the time to let things go and then sit with it and then see what happens. Okay. What else do we have here? We have the child orphan. Yeah. Independence based on learning to go at it alone. Yes. Conquering fear of surviving. Yeah, so a lot of you have just cut off a lot in your life right now, and you are definitely feeling like you're going at it alone. I'm not getting it in a bad sense. I'm getting a lot of independence from your energy and from the vibe of this group, and from the messages that I'm getting for you. But I'm getting that in the past you didn't prefer this. This isn't, you haven't been like a serial independent person. You've probably been in some relationships and in some terms, and like maybe lost yourself to find yourself. When you get into those relationships where you kind of lose who you are a little bit, and then you have to take a step back and realize, no, this is actually not who I am, and this is what's best for me. But what Spirit's warning you a bit is like pushing people away too much. I'm not getting the vibe that you're doing that now, but in the future, you may push people away too much if you get too into this independence power, and just kind of conquering and going at everything alone. You may struggle to ask people for help. You may struggle to ask anybody for help, which may have caused problems as well in your relationship, just kind of like hoping somebody anticipates your needs instead of communicating your needs because you don't want to ask for anything. Okay, let's dive into the tarot and see what we have. We have, oh, this is all upside down. Oops. We have the Nine of Pentacles. No, that makes so much sense. Let's just get them all out here. The Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. I'll put these down and come back to them. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles here, exactly. So this is the independent person. This is the person that is whole by themselves in the material world. So you're working on your personal finances, you're working on your personal gain, you're working on your assets, you're working on becoming one with nature, becoming one with yourself. You might even be working on a bit of like a glow up, getting it together, hitting the gym, what have you, whatever you need to do to get yourself in alignment, and just kind of vibing at a higher frequency of this independent energy. With the Eight of Pentacles here, though, like somebody is noticing that you're putting in this work. Somebody is like close to you, probably, is noticing that you are putting in this work. You just keep going, and people either they are noticing or they will start to notice the efforts that you are making in and of yourself, and you're going to inspire others. And the reason that this will inspire others is because with the Four of Wands here, you are doing this self work. Putting yourself first is actually getting you closer to everything that you want. Everything that you want. This, Four of Wands, this 1111, happily ever after celebration. And you have the vision, and that's what is inspiring other people. So if there's anybody in this journey, I'm getting that Spirit wants you to like take them with you, inspire them to take the action that they need to take if you feel that this would benefit them as well. So with the Four of Wands here, you have this big vision, this big picture, and this is what we are working for. And we're juggling a lot of things with the Two of Pentacles as well. And then this is what is going to inspire others. And this is what is going to inspire you to become the best version of yourself, to lean into this transformation, lean into this glow up, lean into all of these urges you have right now to kind of keep going and keep growing and keep glowing, because you can do it. You can do anything. You can harmonize this change, you can shift with it, you can keep putting in the work, and you can juggle all of the things that you need. And then when life throws something else at you, be like, whatever, I got this. I am whole all by myself. Okay, let's get some clarifiers here as well. I just kind of flew through that tarot, but all right. So next we have the Knight of Wands clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So there was a fiery energy in your past. I'm getting that this is coming through as a past relationship. So this is what inspired you to be this person, to, do this glow up, to get this independence, is just because of, I'm getting that you had a past relationship, whether it be friendship or a family relationship or a love relationship, that was fiery. That was, I said tumultuous probably like 13 times now, but that's it. There was turmoil there. it fueled. You maybe even have noticed in your self reflection as you become this more independent person that you were a bit addicted to the drama of this, to the action, to the fire, to the energy, to the passion, more so than the actual Four of Wands, the future, the bigger picture. Those things weren't there, but like you were made to believe that like passion and fire and like fighting and arguing and making up and this and that are what relationships are supposed to be, and then that's love. But you're understanding like, whoa, 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 that is not what everybody should sign up for as love. The world would not go round like that. All right, and so here you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is going to be clarified by the star. Yeah, so you are putting in work for yourself so that you can be seen in the light that you want to be seen in, that you truly are. This isn't a facade. You are trying to feel like look as good on the outside, put your best foot forward as you feel on the inside while you're working on the inside. Like I feel like you're working on both at the same time. You have both. You're trying to balance everything out. I'm trying to get the inside and the outside together, harmonized so we can move forward and be this star and step up. We have Aquarius energy here. We also have a lot of earth energy. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, if that resonates with you. Some fiery energy here as well. Yeah, so this star though is really standing out to me as kind of like this total completion of merging, the physical appearance with like more of the emotional healing as well. I'm getting from spirit, don't get too caught up in the physical healing and the physical appearance, that you do need to balance it with the emotions. All right, and so your Four of Wands is clarified here with the Five of Cups. You had a lot of heartbreak. Okay, so your emotions have been hurt, your emotions have been damaged, you have been through the ringer in past relationships. uh, I'm getting a sense of like Spirit doesn't want this to harm your future relationships or make you insecure about future relationships. They just want you to use it to put in the work for yourself and take care of yourself. And that in just in sense of knowing that, and knowing that if you do the work for yourself, if you put in the work on yourself and in yourself, and to become the best version of yourself that is independent, that is secure, that is whole as a person, you do not need to be afraid. You do not need to be afraid of relationships in the future. You do not need to be afraid of that when you stand in your power and feel so secure and like, get to know yourself, learn to love yourself, and learn not even like love yourself, like learn the quirks too. Learn the bad things, like, and just be aware. Be aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. All right, and our final card here is the Fool. Yes, don't lose it. When you're trying to balance this and trying to create the next level of you, do not lose your whimsy. Do not lose the whimsical things that make you romantic. Don't lose your heart in all of this. And, just be able to still dive right in and still be, don't, aw, I'm getting a lot of you like are afraid of that now. Yeah, you've been through some damage and you can be really afraid of just kind of diving in and having this romance like that you used to have and you used to love. That but then, you just started to like the orphan child over here says like go at it alone. Oh, okay. So Spirit just really wants you to like do things to remind you of this Fool energy, do things to remind you of just diving in and being a little bit more carefree and not so careful, because they do really want to reassure you that if you do the inner and outer work that you have committed to, that you don't need to worry. Okay, so let's finish this reading up here with some crystals. All right, so we have malachite. This is like me trying to say words. Let's keep going. This is healing, yeah. So you might want to look up this stone. We've got some green here, which is the heart chakra. So definitely healing of the heart. We want to move forward. We want to heal the heart and heal the body and heal any of these relationship past traumas that we have had, so that we can move forward and be our best self for everybody around us, but mostly for ourselves. You know, if you think of yourself first and be your best self for yourself, then you will be your best self for everybody else. And it will benefit so many more people than you even thought it would, by being what you may even consider a little bit selfish, by focusing on your healing. And next we have the calcite, which is relaxation. Yeah, I'm getting like, this whole glow up thing too. Like, don't get too caught up in the list making of it and this and that. Like, do take some time, maybe even like spa day or a massage, and definitely lean into the relaxation side of things as well in kind of the physical realm. But also maybe meditation too could really help you, just kind of soften. I'm definitely getting some, you're striving for this transformation, but also, spirit wants you to soften into it as well, not just like fight for it and like work out and do this and do that and check boxes and stuff like that. Like, relax into it and let it flow. Try to get in a flow state and really just go with the divine transformation, the divine reforming that you are doing on this deep level. Okay, those were your wonderful, amazing, urgent messages from Spirit Guides. Thanks so much for sharing your energy. Of course, as always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us tarot card readers here on YouTube know that you are there, that you are watching. Help us out in the algorithm, just so that we can keep going, keep spreading all of this positive energy, and keep doing readings for you. Okay, thanks so much. Bye. All right, hello, group two. If you chose this stone right here and pile of cards number two, then this is the reading for you. I'm channeling some messages today, some urgent messages from your guides, from spirit, just to see what you need to hear most right now, what kind of messages will come through. I don't know. I've just been kind of winging it. You're the second pile, so let's just dive right in, and see what these urgent messages are, that I could not go to bed without shooting this. So let's check it out. All right, so we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Interesting. And then we have the priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? It's interesting that both of these were actually a question as the description. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that there's something in your life right now that spirit is saying that you need to kind of step up to the plate to, and you know it deep down in your soul. Like, there's a conversation you need to have, or there's some type of justice that you are seeking, or there's some type of resolution you are looking for. There's something, maybe a bold conversation that you need to have right now. And spirit's saying, yes, like, you do go move forward with that. Like, go, go, go. Trust your gut on this one. This is a conversation you have to have, or this is a move you need to make, or this is something you need to actually do to make this happen. All right. But I'm also getting like too, like, it's in your power. Like, you're gonna feel really powerful when you do it. You know that you have been preparing yourself for this, for like with this priestess here. Like, this is divine, okay? And this is like, trust your gut, trust your intuition, move this forward. Take some time and think about it first. Think about how you're going to approach the situation. Think about, what you want to say. Maybe even visualize it out, how you anticipate it going, just so that you are clear when you are communicating. Your next card is freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes, so doing whatever you're being called upon to do right now, that spirit's letting you know, yes, do it, go, 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 is going to provide you freedom in your life. It is going to provide a release. It is going to take the weight of the world off of your shoulders so that you can move forward in full transparency, regardless of what happens, okay? So, regardless of the verdict, regardless of how it turns out, like, you will sleep better at night. Like, almost like the chains will be released. You will be let go. You will be set free. regardless of if there's a good answer or a bad answer, if the conversation goes well or not, your soul will be freed a little bit. You're actually like leaning into what you need to there. All right, and the next is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah. So you may be coming from a space of lack in this. This may be a way to get what you truly believe you deserve. You may have been pushed down a peg or something like that. Maybe you're not being paid what you deserve and you need a raise, or maybe you're doing more work than somebody else that has the same position as you, and that's not sitting well with you. Or maybe it's something to do with your relationship or a crush or something like that. And you're like, hey, this just is not working for me anymore, that I feel suppressed by this situation and I need to have an adult and mature conversation about this. Lots of blue going on here too, lots of communication energy. And that is the way you're going to learn. And so, regardless of how this turns out, like I said, you are going to learn and you are going to be very clear on that. Like, there's going to be no doubt in your mind after you have this conversation. Spirit wants you to know that. All right. And then honesty. Yes. Oh, this is so good. Wow. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yes. Be honest with yourself. Be clear about what you want, where you want this to go, how you want this conversation to go, and what results you are looking to get from it. Be clear with that other person as well. If you have an end game in mind, be clear about that. Let them know. Come with options. Don't be like, I'm upset. And then, like, that's it. Like, come with an actual way that it could be resolved. Come with solutions. Come with ways to address it, or even just be open to having a conversation about how you can fix whatever this is, or how you can step up, or how you can, add more value to whatever situation it is. Like, come with ideas too, if it isn't as tumultuous as I'm making it out to be for some reason. Come with ideas, come with excitement, come with creativity, come with something different, and just that speaks true to your soul. But if it doesn't feel right, then it's not right, and you need to step up and you need to do something about it. That was blunt and abrupt, but like that was just what was coming through from for you guys there. Yeah. All right, and then our next card here is the addict. And this card says, it'll help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Sometimes we can be addicted to drama, and there might be people in your life or around you or in certain situations who are addicted to drama. Sometimes you can actually be addicted to, I'm not going to say like negative things, because I'm guessing anything you're addicted to like could flip it and turn it into a negative, but you can actually be addicted to like negative feelings and the sense of panic, and come addicted to the actual like hormones and different things that your body releases and what your brain does when you are in those situations. So what Spirit is wanting you to know is like, not be careful of that, but if you notice that in other people, don't give in to it. Yeah. So that's his other people. There's other people around you who love it, who thrive on it, who get their energy from it, and you can't give them that pleasure. You can't give them that pleasure of making things toxic, for the sake of their addiction to toxicity. All right. Your next card is the companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting like, for some of you, like, this is a relationship, this might be a friendship, this could be a work thing, but you're actually just very close with people. So this is a conversation you actually may even be more comfortable having than I've been making this sound to be. Or then you're even like working up in your head and you're like, hey, like, I work with this person every day, of course we can have this conversation, or we go through this together and we've done this together and blah 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 blah, of course I can step up right now and take on this additional workload. Or, my partner is going through this and going through that, and I've been absorbing everything and I've been so loyal, but I feel like I'm getting nothing in return. Like, something's got to give. This person maybe, ooh, okay, this is a specific message for somebody. This person may be addicted to the drama and then the downward spiral that they're into, and you're running behind them and you're picking up all of the slack. and you're tired and you're exhausted and it doesn't feel good in your gut, and you're being called to kind of, you thought you were like stepping up in one way, but now you're being called to step up in another and be a leader and get this person out of the rut so the two of you can move forward. Yeah, interesting. Let's keep going here. Then we have the scribe. Preserving knowledge and information. Okay, so you are kind of like the history keeper in this. So, like, if you need to write this stuff down before you have these conversations or whatever you are confronting here, do it. Also, getting this is really specific for somebody out there, but it's write the book. Definitely write the book. That's weird and random and out in left field, but you definitely need to write the book. There's a lot of communication in this pile. It's very interesting. Anyway, so if you need to write it down first, if you need to take note, if it is a work thing and you are having like HR issues or anything like that, please take notes of your situation. If it's a relationship thing, maybe think about writing a love letter. Maybe think about, okay, so when you want to have a conversation, you want to step up, you want to confront something, but you're like a little too hot to do it. Maybe you actually need to like write the email then delete it, or if it's to like somebody who has been poor to you in relationship sensitive things, maybe you need to like write the letter and then delete it and then actually have the conversation. So get out the kind of fury and the fire and the anger in an anonymous, like, or not anonymous because you're not going to send it in kind of a private letter that only you see, so that you can like write it before bed, go to sleep, wake up, and you'll be in a different energy because you got it out, and then have the conversation. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say here now. Your first card is the Hermit. Interesting. So, yeah, definitely some inner reflection that needs to happen here before the conversation as well. I'm really getting that a lot of you guys need to have a conversation. I'm sorry, this is getting very, very specific, but hopefully it resonates for a majority of you out there. If not, go grab another pile because this is very specific. Reflect, write it down. Like I said, maybe make a journal, take a few notes, different things like that. But always trust your gut, and you are being asked to step up. You just need to take a minute before you do that. You need to dive into that self reflection. If you do have a counselor or are in counseling or anything like that, definitely talk to them about it as well. Very private. Keep it private. I'm getting don't go babbling this around like if it's a relationship thing to all your friends, or if it's a work thing to all your workmates. Don't do it. Just kind of, reflect in and of yourself and keep it to yourself. All right, next we have the Five of Swords. Let's just get the rest of the cards out here so I can see how they flow together. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have Strength. All right, I'll put these down and we'll go through this first row here first. Okay, so with the Five of Swords showing up here, it's like definitely a defeated energy. You're probably getting very tired of whatever this situation is. You're a bit exhausted, but there will be a rebirth. There will be an Ace of Pentacles. You will create something new kind of in the physical realm because of this. Will be new opportunity because you have this conversation, whether that is a fresh start or whether that's an advancement or whether that is just getting something taken care of and moving on. Like, I feel like the need for you guys to just really get it out there and move on. You want to move forward. You don't want to be held back by this anymore. And that takes strength. Some of you, this is a tough conversation. This may be like a bold, bold move that you guys have to do. This is a bold move that you have to step up to the plate for, that you have to show strength for, that, you have to take on with the mental strength. And this may be exhausting for some of you, the idea of having this conversation, whether it's with a family member, whether it's work, whether it's a relationship, whether it's with a crush or like some type of toxic thing going on. Like, this is, Spirit wants you to know, like, this takes a lot of strength, and you are strong and you have the strength within you. You have the knowledge, you have the power to create this new beginning for yourself. It is not going to be easy though, and you know that because it hasn't been easy, but you have to get through this rough patch for it to be easier. All right. Yes. Okay. The last judgment, the judgment card. Interesting. So yeah, things scales it'll all come to a conclusion. I see things going in your favor though, no matter what, regardless, because you're going to keep this clear mindset of what you actually need and what you actually need to do and how this is going to be clear for you afterwards, regardless of the outcome of the judgment, of the settlement. You're going to just strive through this. All right. And then we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, established strength. You're just really carrying the weight of the world moving forward and just going forward. And, a bit of this fiery energy here is working its way into this kind of like defeat energy with the Five of Swords here. So your strength with these two cards is just paramount. Spirit wants you to know the urgent message for you is just how strong you are. And you just need to get in your power and like take care of business. You've got this. You've got this. No matter how small people try to make you feel, no matter how anybody else tries to put you down, you know deep down in your soul that this is the only thing that is going to set you free, and you have to take care of this. All right. And then with the Four of Pentacles, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a really protective energy. A lot of people are trying to protect themselves. A lot of people are in your life aren't being vulnerable enough. They're not being open. They're not being sharing or giving. They're in a really defensive energy, people are. They want to protect what they have, protect their means, and protect themselves. These are people that you thought would be, or people or someone, I'm using people as a like a person, that you thought would be there for you no matter what, and they're kind of leaving you like out in the cold on whether it's a project or whether it's just things in their life, and you wanted to be involved and take care of things and be that companion, but like there's some issues there. Okay, but you have the strength. That's like the strength here is amazing. Oh, and the Two of Cups, like this is going to balance itself out. There will be a little bit of a either celebration at the end is going to open the door to something new and something amazing. Don't lose sight of that. This is definitely a great energy to finish that off with. Don't lose sight of the fact that this is going to open the door to something more. Whether it's a tough conversation that leads to some type of celebration. It may not be what you think it is, though. Be open, is what I'm getting from Spirit. Be open to what the outcome could be, but it's always going to point you in the right direction. All right, and next we have aquamarine communication. Oh, of course. Of course, of course. I feel like I'm like kind of, what's the saying, beating a dead horse with this, but yeah. We're opening that throat chakra here, and we are talking. We are talking. We are communicators. We are thinking. We are writing. We are doing all of the things to get us open and open these lines of communication so we can step up in our power and lead and bring it through decisive communication, just through like really honing in on your power of communication. So like I said, whether you need to write that out first, whether you need to like take the time to make sure that you are clear and concise in your motives and how you're communicating those to others as well. And next we have agate, healthy body. Okay, yeah. So this is really, I'm getting a funny, well, not a funny energy because this is like, obviously you're going through something very tough in this communication, everything like that. I'm sorry. I use funny as interesting. Someone called me out on that in the comments once. So I just want to make it clarified. Like funny, like I mean like I'm uncomfortable. It's funny. Like I get a little weird. It's funny. It's not funny haha like I'm laughing at you. It's like ooh, this is different. Different. There we go. Ooh, like this isn't what I would typically anticipate. Anyway, I think a good way to keep yourself balanced at this time, Spirit wants you to know, is to make sure that you are keeping a healthy diet and a healthy body, and grounding to working out, anything you can do to keep here in your body, because there's a lot of thought going on. There's a lot of thought, there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of thinking about what you're saying, there's a lot about anticipation, about stepping up, about having conversations, about doing different things like that. And to keep yourself grounded and keep yourself here and keep yourself level, do take care of your body, and do like go out for walks in nature and different things that like that you can do, so that you are grounded and so that you are feeling nourished and taken care of, and almost in a meditative state without going into meditation, because you have so much to think about. Like, you probably would struggle with that right now, that you need to like either work out or do something like that is in motion, just to make sure that you're keeping healthy and that you're keeping your mind clear, and doing other things and keeping busy while all of this is going on. Okay, group two, I hope that resonated with you. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, anything you can do to let us tarot card readers here on YouTube know that you're here, know that you're supporting, know that you're showing some love, so that we can keep on doing what we're doing. The algorithm loves that. I enjoy the conversation in the comments. So let me know if this resonated, and have a great one. Bye. All right. Hello, my wild, whimsical, wonderful group three. We are channeling some urgent messages from Spirit here today. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Do not let it take from you. Let's just dive right in. If you chose this stone right here, this big guy, and a set of cards, number three, then this is the reading from you. So let's see what your messages are. Let's get channeling. All right, so it says align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Let's just get both of these cards out, and then I'll get some messages. And this one says leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Okay, so I'm getting like some really intuitive energies here, like trusting your gut, trusting your third eye, different things like that. Really leaning into your intuitive side is what Spirit wants you to do right now. Aligning your life, what needs to change. I'm getting that you're going at something the wrong way. There's another way to go about it. There's another way to get what you want. The goal is the outcome. The goal is the vision. Do not get stuck on how you get there. Do not get stuck on how the journey goes. Keep true on the vision. Keep true on what you're doing. Keep true on what your goal actually is. But there's other little elements of how we get there. Like, they don't have to look exactly how you think they need to look. They can change. You could go about it a different way. You're still going to get where you need to go, is what Spirit wants you to know. That's like the urgent message for you. So if you try to dive in a different way and you're really consistent, and you have just a different outlook on how to achieve what you want to achieve, the universe has your back. Don't try to force something that isn't working. Understand that there's many different ways to get to that end goal, to get to that end game, and to achieve the success that you want to achieve in this life. Just do not get hung up on the little things, is what I'm getting. That things can change, things will need to flow. The universe has your back. You're in alignment. You're very spiritual. I'm getting just a lot of intuitive energy here from this pile as well. Lean into your intuition. Understand that those things mean more than the checklist, right? Those things mean more than what's in the physical. Understand that those are the things. I'm really like kind of yelling at you guys. Sorry. I'm getting really just intense energy from your guides in this message, because you're going places, you're going big places, but you're getting really hung up on the little things and how they should look instead of the big picture, because when the big picture's painted, like, we don't know all the little things that took it to make it happen, right? We just know that you've achieved the big picture. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what other cards have to say here. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Yeah. Okay. So just understand that things can go many different ways. There's multiple sides of the situation. You may be dealing with a lot of emotions right now, um, with whatever this goal is you're trying to achieve, whether you're manifesting a relationship, whether you're manifesting a successful business, whether you're trying to go all in on your own business or something like that, whether you're manifesting a family, or the next step in your relationship. Just understand that there's both sides to the situation, and that there's other people involved. We can get really caught up in what we're doing and what we're working towards, and sometimes we can forget about the other elements to it, the other people, the other just things that it impacts in the world and in the world around us. So just be kind of considerate of that. Don't get too caught up in, what your goal is and the things that you're trying to achieve, that you like steamroll other people a little bit, or their feelings or their emotions, when you're like, I'm just really trying to get here. I'm sorry that I totally just didn't even think about how that made you feel. So just be careful of that. Success, yes. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So, in this, you're going to be successful at whatever your adventure you're choosing to go after is here. Whether it is love, or whether it is work, or whether it is, entrepreneurial, or whether it is like family oriented or relationship oriented. Not sure, but I'm just getting like this big, oh, like the spirit wants to speak to you so bad. Like this is all coming out because they know you're going to be successful, and they want to give you the guidance that you need. They're saying like, thank you for reaching out, thank you for looking for this. This is the sign that you needed. This is your green light. Go. You will be successful, but be flexible. All right. And then we have humor. Yeah, you might be taking everything a little bit too seriously. Or if you're going through some hard times, just know that laughter is sometimes the best medicine. This card says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yeah, so you might be taking this like very seriously, very heavy. And like, I'm sure it is a very serious thing. I'm sure it's your future. It's everything you ever wanted. It's big and it's grand, but just approach it with love, approach it with light, approach it with some humor now and then. Don't forget to add a joke in. Don't forget to have fun. Spirit wants you to not forget. Like, don't forget to have fun. Don't get so caught up in what you're doing, where you're going, how you're getting there, that you forget to enjoy the journey, because this is the thing you're going to tell stories about later in life, and you want them to be fun, and you want to have hilarious moments that you can look back on as well. Because, we don't like tell a lot of stories about like the mundane. We tell stories about the funny and the radical and the different. So make some memories in this journey and in this process. All right. And your next card is the servant. It says, a delight in serving others with with a free and loving heart. Yeah, lean into this a little bit. If your What I'm getting from spirit is like, if your journey involves others, maybe the acts of service or some things to remind them that you do appreciate them, because I'm getting a feeling that you're in like this really focused, really strong energy. But little things will go a long way, especially when you're asking a lot from other people to help push through your dream. So little things will go a long way to keep people inspired, to keep people engaged, to keep people excited. Especially too, even in relationships, like little things, little reminders, or even when you have a crush on somebody, like the small things. Don't forget the small things. Even though we're trying to paint this big picture, but just don't forget the little things that can make other people's day, is what I'm getting. All right, and then next we have the vampire. This makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Yes. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is the way you may be going about this success and creating this success may actually be exhausting you. So you may need to flip the switch a little. You are going to get what you want. You may need to do it differently. You may need to approach it differently. You may need to schedule it differently. You may need to just, I don't even know, you may need to get someone to help you, or you may need, if it's a relationship you're trying to manifest, like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself in this situation, is what I'm getting. You are putting a lot of pressure on yourself to know everything, to do everything, to make the next right step, to stay the correct thing, to keep everybody happy in every situation, and it is exhausting. It is depleting you. All right. And your next card is the trickster, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Okay. Yeah. This is like, I think this is kind of like a flip it on its head energy. Don't be predictable. There is another way to do this that isn't so exhausting. There is a simpler way. Like if you're like going through like this whole game of trying to get someone to communicate with you, maybe you just need to open up to them and be that first line of communication. Or if you're trying to manifest or create a business or trying to operate a business or whatever it is, like there is this, I'm getting like work smarter, not harder kind of vibes from this. There's definitely efficiencies that you can find in different ways to do things than the way that you're currently doing them that will make it easier on you. Or if you're trying to maybe even like have a family or a relationship and you don't have time and you have like work commitments and this and that, like there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and there's a way that you can almost get smarter about the way you're doing things. And it may make you uncomfortable. You may need to learn a new skill to make that come to life. Look at all this purple. Look at all this third eye chakra. Like you know it though. You know what's draining you. You know something needs to change or you need to shake it up a little bit. You know deep down in your soul that there's a difference you need to make. And you know the right thing to do. It's inside you. You know the right thing to do. You know how to go about it. Don't worry about that. All right, so your first tarot card is the Three of Pentacles. Lots of work. Yeah, work, 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 work. Whatever this is, you are working on it. You want it. And then we have the Hanged Man. Oh, that's interesting. And then we have the Four of Wands. Let's just get them all out here and I'll let you know what I see. And then we have the tower moment. Okay, so what Spirit wants to tell you here is like, keep up the work, keep up the energy, stay committed, stay invested. However, with the Hanged Man showing up here, you may need to look at this in a new perspective, through a new lens, get a second opinion, or something like that. Keep up the work. The work will pay off. Just be more flexible about how you get there, about the tactics, about the different things that you are doing, about the approach that you are taking. Because, this Four of Wands, this 1111, perfect at work needs you to change your perception. This is work, 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 work. Wait, I need to like look at this a little differently. I need to step back. I need to take a minute. I need to see what I can shift to make this more feasible in my life and actually attainable, because what I'm doing is just taking up a lot of my energy and a lot of my time and draining me, because I really want to get here to this perfect at work stage and I just need to flip it on its head a little bit, or else Spirit is saying I will have a tower moment and the universe will change it for me. That's what's going to happen. If you don't change it, if you don't find a more efficient way, a better way to go about this that like gets you better sleep at night, that like, I've goodness, like do you even have time to drink water or eat? Like I feel like you're so invested into something here. And if you don't find a better way to go about it, a more attainable a way to go about it, then the universe is going to give you a tower moment and shake it up for you and change everything for you. So it's like you're being asked to do the Hanged Man first before this kind of happens. That's what Spirit's given me here. All right, so next we have the King of Swords, kind of clarifying this Three of Pentacles, which is like we're working really, really hard, but like get into this mastery level of systems, of kind of like what is the plan. Sit down and really think about what the plan is to achieve what you want and how you're going to get there, whether that is breaking it down in a list every day. I'm going to do this on Monday. I'm going to take Tuesday off. Then I'm going to do this on Wednesday, external to all of the other things I need to do, whether this is a relationship, whether this is something you're working for in a relationship, or it's a crush, or whether it's a business opportunity. I'm not sure, but you need to get into this like really masterful planning mode and really just kind of weigh the situations and create things you need to do to make this more sustainable, because it's not sustainable right now. And the stress you're putting on yourself, it's tough. Yeah, so with this Hangman, We have the Three of Swords. So it's going to be hard for you to flip this around, is what I'm getting, because you're really committed to the route you are taking. You're really committed to the path you are on because you have been putting a lot of work in. But like there is a simple shift, you know? And it'll be hard to walk away, and it'll be hard to make that shift. And it'll be kind of hard to change that perspective and how you are approaching things. It could be very difficult, but you need to do it. You need to flip this on its head a little. Yeah, because then when we got this Four of Wands clarified by the Sun, the happiest card in the deck, you're gonna get everything. Like success is yours. We just really need to just look at it a little bit differently and just reevaluate our plans, reevaluate how we're getting there, reevaluate how we're communicating with people, reevaluate how we see the situation, how much we hold it in our heart, and understand that the vision does not change, the end game does not change, what you want does not change, but how you get there changes. For some of you, I'm getting something coming through right now. Like it might be you're trying to manifest like a specific person, but like to get everything you want from a person, it might be a different person. It really might be. And then you're just being asked to manifest the soulmate and the characteristics instead of the actual person. And then for other of you, there's a lot of business vibes here. Intuitive business vibes, which is really cool. That's my kind of vibe. All right. And then clarifying the tower here. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands. If you feel trapped, if you feel exhausted, you're carrying too much, the universe is telling you if you get to that point, if you get to that tipping point, that breaking point, that 10 of Wands point where, in the original tarot, he's carrying all of those wands on his back, like the universe will intervene and you will have that tower moment. So, like, really see what you can reevaluate here yourself. Because if you get too exhausted, if you get too overwhelmed, if you get, it's something's going to shake up. It's just what's going to happen. All right. So our second last card here is I don't know how to say that. Chrysotile, which is animals. Let's get these both down and we can see. And then we have the fairy stone, which is fertility. Okay, interesting. Some of you might be actually trying to create a family. Um, animals and children apparently, but some of you may be doing that, and it might be difficult. Things might not be working, and they're asking you, to try a different route, and there's different things that you can do than what you're doing right now. Okay, that'll only land for some of you. Other than that, you are giving birth to an idea, a relationship, a situation. You are creating this. You are trying to bring something into creation here. I'm getting a lot of green coming through. So there's a lot of heart chakra, a lot of love, and to leaning into love. And I know you're in this really tense energy of creating, and this really masculine energy of just going for it and all in and all this and all that. But you're also being reminded here to soften with the unconditional love that animals do provide us, and kind of just this love of fertility and creation, and just kind of soften into what this all means for your life in your next step, and understanding the romance of it all and romanticizing it a bit so that you can see kind of the magic in it. And like I said, slow down and actually enjoy the moments as well. Okay, group three, that is everything I have for you. Please, as always, I'd really appreciate it if you like, comment, share, subscribe, any of those great things we do to let the YouTube algorithm know that we are loving the work of the tarot readers out here. I really hope that resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment. Once again, general reading, only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I can't wait to read for you again. Thanks so much for sharing your energy. I'll catch you next time. Bye.